Well, it's Wednesday, so you know what it is, what it do, what it is. I am the Grizz, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where we bring you some of the latest and greatest news you may have missed from Yesterday Today. And today, we got a lot of good news coming out of Microsoft, talking about Starfield, still coming out in the first half of this year, 2023, and some unionization coming out of Microsoft. More on that in a second. Alright, so over the last few months, we've heard about some Horizon Zero Dawn remake rumors, and well, it seems like there might be a rumor going around from Last Stand Media, Colin Moriarty, and this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and Colin said in the Last Stand Media on the podcast, he said, we're also assuming that Guerrilla is making the Horizon remake thing there. Although, if that's real, what I've heard is that it's another team. Now, we don't really know what Bluepoint is doing right now, and Bluepoint has made a pretty good big list in Korea off of making awesome remakes. And the thing is, there isn't really seem like a need to make a remake, but then again, it didn't seem like there was a reason to remake The Last of Us Part 1, right? And that was even older than Horizon. So honestly, like I have said right here on the channel, they're remaking these games so they can re-release these games and launch them alongside the show. So, you know, we got, like, just last September, we got The Last of Us Part 1, and just a few days, I want to say about a week and a half from the launch of this episode of Yesterday Today, we will be getting The Last of Us TV show, and maybe we see The Last of Us game, the remake, go down in significant price, and people gonna be like, hey, yo, this show is kind of fire. Oh, there it is for $40. Why not? And who's to say that they wouldn't say the same thing about the Horizon Zero Dawn TV series? I do believe they're over at Amazon, so I'm honestly interested in seeing what happens. I don't think I'm going to play the remake because it took me forever to get through the first one, and I still haven't even beaten the second one. But honestly, as a TV show, I think the world and everything that is, that would be really fire. So let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Next up, let's talk Wizards of the Coast, and I know you're probably wondering, what does a trading card company have anything to do with this? But they also have gaming subsidiaries. So they have recently come out and said that they are canceling 5 games, and this is coming from Jason Schreier, and this is on Bloomberg, and it says, Wizards of the Coast is still committed to using digital games, a spokesman said in a statement to Bloomberg, adding that the company has made some changes to our long-term portfolio to focus on games which are strategically aligned with developing our existing brands and those which show promise in expanding or engaging our audience in new ways. Now, honestly, what that actually sounds like is that, you know, maybe kind of a universe that'll just be intertwined, maybe similar to what DC said they was going to do. And I know that's kind of taboo right now to talk about DC and everything that they're doing right now, but what it seems like they're doing is trying to somehow somewhere in the near future to make all the movies, some games, and even some TV shows be attached with the same storyline. And maybe this is what they're doing, but then it also said this: fewer than 15 people at Wizards of the Coast will lose their jobs due to the shift and will be given a chance to apply to new roles within the company. And that actually kind of sucks because it doesn't actually guarantee you a position in the company. And then they also said, but the reorganization will land hard for several independent studios such as Boston-based Other Side Entertainment and Bellevue, Washington-based Hidden Path Entertainment, both of which were working on games for Wizards of the Coast. And I do believe we have some other games coming down the line, and they don't have a history of the best games, but they do have some solid games in there. And it's always really a bad thing when you see people lose their jobs basically, and they gotta basically apply for something else. I mean, I want to see what this is just going further down the line. Hopefully everybody do get their jobs back, or they still get stuff in the gaming industry. But let me know what you think about all this though down in the comments below. Next up, let's talk Hitman 3, or what I should call now is Hitman World of Assassination. So if you've bought Hitman 3 and you probably own the first 2 as well, you ain't got to worry about it. They're going to release an edition that's going to cover everything. So the name is different and it's very clear. And they put this over on IO Interactive, their website, straight up, and they put out a blog post, and it says, as of January 26, 2023, the following changes are planned to come into effect. Hitman 3 will become Hitman World of Assassination, which will also include access to Hitman 1 and 2 through our existing Access Pass system. Current Hitman 3 owners will get a free upgrade to Hitman World of Assassination on all platforms. We're drastically simplifying the purchase experience for new players. Hitman World of Assassination will be their single available option to start playing. So nobody's going to get left out here. If you own Hitman 3 and you're like, alright, maybe I want to go back to the other ones, or you don't for whatever reason, just get Hitman World of Assassination and you get an upgrade for free if you already have the game. And I think that's pretty awesome. And I'm not a big fan of Hitman, but I do realize that how these 3 recent Hitman games, they've been very, very awesome and very loved. And I like the whole seasonal kill that they've had. That was actually pretty cool. And let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, especially if you are a Hitman franchise fan. Okay, so let's talk about Starfield. Now, Starfield has a lot of weight on its shoulders, and it's 2023, and a lot of us are excited. And last we heard that it's slated to launch early this year, the first half of this year. And shout out to Clobril over on Twitter, who's a popular Xbox news person on Twitter, and says the official Starfield support page went live today. Starfield arrives exclusively on Xbox Series X and S and PC the first half of 2023. And then when you go over to the site, there it is right there. Now, this could be really, really great. I mean, just the fact that a support page came up and it made news, like it's just such a big deal, means that this game has a lot that it has to prove. Xbox released nothing in 2022, and they pushed everything to 2023, and I'm hoping that this is the big year. Game Pass is better than ever, with some of the greats just going on there day one, and with the exception of Gungrave, I'm talking about High on Life. And so now I'm really excited to see what Starfield is going to do. I'm not excited about the game per se, because I haven't really seen enough, but I'm excited to see what this is going to be, as it's another Bethesda game. And this is what they do. They do these big open world action RPG games, and it has a lot of weight on its shoulders. And for this to be this big No Man's Sky style kind of thing, what can they do with all these worlds coming down? I'm really, really interested. And this could be a very huge year for Microsoft, especially if this game comes out and be a hit. It can't be anything less, because Halo isn't enough to hold Xbox up anymore. People were still complaining about Halo for a while, and they're still updating online, but the campaign wasn't as great. We haven't really heard anything about any campaign updates, right? Xbox cannot afford that with Starfield. So we need something great to be out of Starfield. And, you know, with the support page up, and it's still saying that it's going to come out in the first half of this year. What do you think about all this down in the comments below? Are you a Bethesda fan, a Starfield fan? I am. Let me know what you think about all this. And to wrap things up, let's talk about unionization inside gaming, right? Well, I work a job where I am unionized, where my rights are protected from certain things if I'm treated wrong or stuff like that, right? And with the video game industry being as big as it is, being a billion-dollar industry, people have been mistreated, and there's a lot of misconduct and stuff like that, especially going on with Activision. And here's some good bit of news from on the Microsoft side that could really help them. And it's kind of people like, hey, maybe there's hope for us over in Activision, where the code CWA announced over on Twitter, breaking: ZeniMax workers won their election, making them the first official bargaining unit of Microsoft and the largest certified video game studio union in the US. The company has formally recognized the union with @CWA Union. Historic win. What a way to start 2023. And honestly, absolutely, what a way to start 2023. We've been talking about unionization inside the gaming industry for a while now, and this is a good step in the right direction. And with Microsoft kind of being the leaders leading that charge, it was kind of a big deal. And I know this is kind of a spade, but think about this. Remember when PlayStation didn't want crossplay happening, and Call of Duty just put it out there and they said, what you gonna do about it? Yeah. Imagine that being Microsoft with unionization. And ironically, if this acquisition goes through, Call of Duty will be under Microsoft. Really interesting, isn't it? Alright, that's a wrap for everything. So let's talk about everything down in the comments below. Let's have a healthy conversation. But on your way out, hit that like button if you liked everything here. And if you disagree with anything, hit me up in that comment section. Let's have a healthy dialogue. On your way out, if you haven't hit subscribe already, hit that red subscribe button, and then hit that notification bell. I post every Wednesday with some news that you may have missed from yesterday, today, and I also post reviews and other stuff. So you might want to go ahead and hit that notification bell so you notice when your boy is posting. Once again, that's it for today. This video is finito.